South Korean President Moon Jae-in has put the country on the highest possible alert level in its fight against the virus. This move gives the government the power to lock down cities and take other sweeping measures to contain the outbreak. Alert levels for the epidemic in South Korea are split into 4 parts. The lowest level attention is when an epidemic is detected outside Korea. Second is the caution level, declared when the virus reaches Korean shores. The level was raised to caution back in January when Korea detected the first COVID-19 case in the country. With 3 more cases confirmed, the country then raised the level 1 notch to emergency. Now with the virus being transmitted within the community with mass infections, the government has declared a critical alert level. It is the first time in 11 years that this level has been reached.
And South Korea has lodged a complaint with Israel after a plane load of South Koreans was refused entry. 12 Israeli passengers were taken off the Korean Airlines flight when it arrived in Tel Aviv, but 130 other passengers were turned back. Israel is now banning South Korean and Japanese visitors. The move follows the discovery of coronavirus among a group of South Korean tourists who visited Israel last week.
A well-known daredevil was killed in a rocket crash yesterday near Barstow. Well, CBS News has confirmed daredevil Mad Mike Hughes died after his homemade rocket crashed shortly after takeoff. It happened at a private event in the desert near Barstow. Sources say the 64-year-old was using the rocket in an attempt to get as close to space as possible. His empty parachute is seen falling to the earth. Hughes was ejected from the rocket after, and he fell to his death.
New details have emerged about the driver of Sydney to Melbourne train which derailed in Victoria last week. John Kennedy raised concerns about the safety of the line in an email to a friend several weeks before the fatal accident. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, he expressed concerns over the condition of the track, signal system and ongoing maintenance problems with the 1980s XPTs many times. Mr Kennedy said his last trips had been late or cancelled due to train fault issues. He revealed he only had 1 engine during 3 recent trips and no speedometer on another.
In winds of up to 75 miles per hour, clouds of red sand from the Sahara Desert is causing chaos in the northern Canaries, leaving hundreds of British holidaymakers stranded on the island. The government has declared a state of alert, as the dust storm which turned the sky orange has reduced visibility. All flights in and out of Gran Canaria Airport and Tenerife have been suspended. The Canaries, which are a popular tourist destination, is now choking in dust. People still on the island have been advised to stay indoors and keep their windows and doors shut. So why is this happening? The sandstorms known as the Kalima regularly affects the holiday islands. It occurs when strong winds bring hot, dry air filled with dust.
We begin with breaking news out of Malaysia, where the Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad has offered his resignation to the king, and his political party has quit the ruling alliance. Now, this decision shocked Malaysia, and it comes in the midst of plans by Mahathir supporters to team up with opposition parties to thwart the transition of power to his named successor, Anwar Ibrahim.
Well, we learnt that Mahathir Mohamad submitted his letter of resignation to the King of Malaysia at about 1 p.m. local time this afternoon. Now, it's not yet known whether the King has accepted the resignation, but according to constitutional experts, because the King's role is largely a ceremonial role, he will have to. Then what happens next is also a little bit unclear. Now, the King has to appoint someone who commands the majority or confidence of Parliament.
Iran says 50 people have now died from the coronavirus as the infection spreads across the Middle East. Kuwait, Bahrain, and Afghanistan have all reported their first cases.
Yes, not only that, but just a few minutes ago, we've been hearing from the elected member of parliament from the city of Qom. That is, of course, the epicenter of where this coronavirus was first reported. He is accusing the health ministry of not being transparent with the official death toll. He claims that more than nearly 50 people have already died from the virus in Qom. Now, this is something the health ministry has not confirmed yet, but it is something that the MP from Qom is saying has taken place. He says that also the number of people that have been confirmed to have the virus is also much higher than what the health officials have said so far.